Hello everybody, I'm from Portland City Gym, still not editing this part out. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over a deck that is not my idea, actually. I got this deck idea from I Like Jigglypuff Games, who in turn got the idea from one of his viewers. So, kind of a complicated line, but yes, this is not my original idea. However, it's a very cool concept, and I decided to put my own spin on it. So, the build I went with here is the superior build, the welder version, and I mean, like, that. You may call my opinion wrong or whatever, but objectively speaking, welder is probably the most consistent version. Salamence VMAX, or I guess I'll go with Salamence V first. Salamence V has 2 attacks. The first one, for 3 colorless energy, has Swoop Across, where it does 30 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, including their active. So, that's nice for chip damage. For 3 colorless, though, I don't know how good it is. However, it is better than the second attack, Heavy Storm, where for 4 colorless, it just does 160. Yeah, not over my dead body. And it has 220 HP, weak to lightning. A weakness to lightning post-rotation really isn't that terrible. So a weak to lightning and a resistance to fighting. Eternatus is very popular, so fighting in turn is gaining some momentum. So a resistance to fighting is not bad. Now, next up we have Salamence VMAX. 320 HP, so kind of an average VMAX. 2 attacks, Sonic Double, where for 1 colorless, it does 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. That's nice for just picking off some smaller things. You use like a Supercross and then a Sonic Double, and you can knock out 2 Jirachis that way. Supercross, 30 damage to... Sorry about that, the garbage people are here. So you can Supercross and does 30 damage to everything, and then Sonic Double, 40 plus 30 equals 270. I mean 70, obviously. So, and I mean Jirachi's still very, very good. So that can be an easy 2 prizes off of a support Pokemon that your opponent usually needs. So Sonic Double is definitely very, very good as a follow-up to Supercross. And it does have another attack, where for 4 colorless, it does 240 damage, and it cannot use that attack during their next turn. So, really what you're trying to do here is just swoop across maybe like once, twice if you're in a bad spot, and then VMAX, Sonic Double to clean up some other things, soften up some other things, and then use things like Powerful Colorless Energy, Galarian Zigzagoon with Scoop Up Nets, and Arctozolt to try and stack up some damage and take some huge one-hit knockouts with max wings. And then for support, we play 4 copies of Jirachi. Jirachi, Stellar Wish is just probably one of the best cards in the game right now. When it's in your active spot, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and put a trainer card you find there into your hand, and then this Pokemon's now asleep. However, even if like your opponent doesn't knock it out and it doesn't wake back up, you can still use Stellar Wish. It does not have to be awake in order to use it, since going to sleep is a secondary effect. So of course, Stellar Wish is going to help us search out our welders, our rare fossils, switches, giant hearths, anything we may need. Stellar Wish can grab it. Then we play 4 Arctozolt. Arctozolt has a very cool ability called Biting Whirlpool, where whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of their Pokemon, you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, and this ability stacks. So if you have like 3 Arctozolts in play, which is pretty optimal, 2 to 3 is optimal, then your opponent attaches 1 energy, and they take 60 damage because there are 3 Arctozolts in play. So, and like I said, 2 is usually going to be like the standard amount per game. So they're going to take 40 damage each time. And of course, this means that Eternatus, since it is entirely manual attachments, they attach 1 energy, that's 40 damage, attach another, that's 80, and then From there, they only have, let's see here, 260 HP left, one powerful colorless energy, or one Galarian Zigzagoon ping plus a scoop up net. So 2 Galarian Zigzagoon pings will knock it out. And I think that is very, very strong. Not to mention swoop across, sonic double, just so many different ways that we can set up huge, huge knockouts with max wings. And then for the finishing off our support, we play 2 Dedenne because the Dede change is still just an absolutely broken ability, and 1 Crobat for the same reason. And then we play 1 Galarian Zigzagoon, as I said before, just some extra damage modification. Like our damage modification is our whole thing, and when you're playing Scoop Up Nets because of Jirachi regardless, playing Galarian Zigzagoon, there's really no reason not to. Then comes the supporters. We play 4 copies of Welder, attach up to 2 Fire Energy cards from your hands to one of your Pokemon, and draw 3. It is probably one of the best cards in the game right now, up there with things like Jirachi and Dedenne, just making any colorless attack cost, like even things like Milotic V that have whose attacks cost a water and a colorless. There have been some Milotic V builds that use Welder. Okay, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So Welder is very, very good, and you get to draw 3 cards at the end, so that gives you some built-in draw support as well. And with things like Jirachi, Dedenne, Crobat, you're going to be drawing into things that you want pretty accurately. Then we play 2 Boss's Orders. Like I said, this is a spread deck, so whenever you want to knock things out with max wings, you can really just set things up unsuspectingly. You know, you can do like some damage here, some damage there, and then Boss's Orders, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, you're knocking them out with max wings. So Boss's Orders is really good. Most people think that you don't need bosses in this deck because it's a spread deck, and yes, primarily it is a spread deck. You're spreading only to finalize things with max wings. So Boss's Orders is very, very good in this deck, despite it being a spread deck. Then 1 copy of Professor's Research. I only play 1 copy. I only think you really need 1 copy with Welders, Dedennes, Crobats, and all the other search cards we have. This deck just runs really, really consistently. So you only really need 1 copy, and that 1 copy might not even be useful at times. So yeah, I think 1 copy is good. Even then, maybe you can cut it and add like another Fire Energy. However, I don't think that's very necessary. Then come items, 4 copies of Quick Ball. Discard a card from your hand and just search your deck for a basic Pokemon. Searches for your Salamences, your Jirachis, your Dedennes, your Crobats, and your Zigzagoons. 4 copies of Pokemon Communication. We do play... Oh, wait, here, I'll save it. Why not? We play 18 Pokemon, and that is like a very optimal amount to the point where Pokemon Communication is going to be a live card majority of the time. Also, it's just a really consistent way to search out Salamence, VMAX, and Arctozolt, while still giving you the flexibility of being able to search out anything else in the deck. For Rare Fossil, this is just a way to get Arctozolts out consistently. You know, like, honestly, I'd only play like a 3-3 line if it was like, you know, I don't know. I feel like a 3-3 line might be a little bit better. However, I play a 4-4 because it is more consistent. 4 copies of Scoop Up Net because we play Galarian Zigzagoons and Jirachis, and Scoop Up Net is really, really good. 4 Switch because, you know, Jirachis. I just made this the same reason as Scoop Up Net, really. 3 Giant Hearth to help us search out our Fire Energy so we can Welder. And 4, and then 8 Fire Energy. It's 8 Fire Energy, you know, it's a colorless attack cost, and when there's a colorless attack cost, you need Fire Energy, pretty much, at this point. And then 4 copies of Powerful Colorless Energy. This is another really, really good damage modifier. It says that it only provides colorless energy, but when it's attached to a colorless Pokemon, its attacks do 20 more damage. So Salamence VMAX is max wings, with 1 is doing 260, with another one is doing 280, and then, like I said, with Arctozolts, with Galarian Zigzagoons, with your Supercrosses and your Sonic Doubles, you know, you're taking a 1-hit knockout, I guess not a 1-hit knockout, on everything in the game. So that's the whole deck. Again, thanks to I Like Jigglypuff Games for the idea, like indirect idea, kind of, but you get what I mean. I explained it at the beginning of the video. So anyway, that's the list. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm River from the Portland City Gym. Still not editing this part out, and signing out.